So I guess what I'd like to ask, you, Sir Jonathan, is whether or not you see a direct link between the events of the past 4 years and the leadership we had and the rise in hate that we are witnessing here today in America.
Well, Mika, thank you for having me. The ADL is the oldest anti-hate organization in the world, and we've seen a lot in 100 years, but we've never quite seen 4 years like this. There is no question that there is a relationship to people in positions of authority, elected officials at the highest level, demonizing their opponents, denigrating minority groups, and the explosion of hate that we've seen that's targeted Jewish people, the Latinx community, and as we've seen in a terrifying way in recent months, the AAPI community. All of this link is lashed up. And what our report reveals is that white supremacist propaganda efforts, as you said, nearly doubled year over year. We had an average of 14 incidents a day in every state in America other than Hawaii. And this is terrifying because what we've seen these groups do is use the language that the president pioneered, like America First or Reclaim America, or this false patriotism to push prejudice, to denigrate immigrants, African Americans, Jews, and other minorities. And we need to recognize that that kind of language has a real cost. So when Senator Johnson makes the inexplicable comment, truly, that he was not concerned about what happened on January the 6th, Mika, those weren't protesters. They were militants. It wasn't a riot. It was an attack. And those individuals who didn't seek to talk about democracy with Senator Johnson, they sought to kidnap and kill our legislatures, to interrupt the process because they were fueled by the incitement that started literally at the top from the White House.
Okay, so I see what you see. Why is it so hard for everyone to see the same thing here?
It's rather staggering. There is no narrative, Mika, as he said. There are only facts. And here are the facts.
Right.
Language can metastasize into harassment, vandalism, and violence. And there is a through line, if you will, from Charlottesville to Pittsburgh to El Paso to, again, the violence that we've seen against the Asian American community. And you can try to put a political sheen on this. And you could suggest that somehow, what if there were mobs of other people? But you see, there are no mobs of other people. There is no organized armed Antifa movement. There is only the reality that extremists over the last decade, right-wing extremists, have been responsible for 75+% of the hate-caused murders in this country. And the facts, they simply speak for themselves. We all do ourselves a disservice, Republicans or Democrat, conservative or liberal, when we deny the reality that white supremacy is a terror threat that actually threatens us all.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.